Hello students, my name is Mini Sethi. Today we are going to learn about Fay and Raney's model of economic development. This model is given by John C.H. Fay and Gustav Raney. That's why it's called Fay and Raney's model of economic development. This model is extension of Lewis model. This model also known by the name of dualism model. What does mean by dualism model? Dualism model means this model consists only two sectors, agricultural sector and industrial sector. According to this model, in agricultural sector we have excess supply of labor, means in agriculture sector more labor are working than actual required. That's why marginal productivity of labor is very low in agricultural sector. That's why for economic development we must transfer labor from agricultural sector to industrial sector where their productivity will increase. According to this model, in agriculture sector we have excess supply of labor. For economic development we must transfer labor from agriculture sector to industrial sector where their productivity will increase. Okay, this model basically divide into three phases. One by one I will discuss about every phase. First phase of this model is MP is equal to 0. MP means marginal productivity of labor. Marginal productivity of labor is equal to 0 means labor are not giving any contribution in production because there are more people engaged than actually required. For example, for doing particular work of farming we required only 5%, but actually whole 10 member of farmer family are engaged in farming work. Okay, we required 5%, but actually engaged person in farming is equal to 10. Gap between 10 and 5 is equal to 5. This 5% actually not giving any contribution in production. MP of these 5 labor is 0. If we transfer these labor from agriculture sector to industrial sector, then output of agriculture sector will not affect. If we transfer this 5 labor from agricultural sector to industrial sector, then output of agriculture sector will not affect because marginal productivity of these labor is equal to 0. They are not giving any contribution in production. Now second phase is average product is more than marginal product. Here marginal productivity of labor is not equal to 0. Here marginal productivity of labor is greater than 0. Okay, still they are receiving more wage rate as comparative to their contribution in production. In this stage labor are receiving more wage rate as comparative to their contribution in their production. Okay, for example, their wage rate is equal to 15 but their marginal productivity is equal to 10, means they are receiving more wage rate as comparative to their contribution in production. Okay, their MP is less than the wage they are receiving. Okay, they are receiving wage equal to 15 but their MP is equal to 10. So in this situation we also can transfer labor from agriculture sector to industrial sector. If we do, then production of agriculture sector will not affected. Okay, now I will talk about third stage where marginal product of labor is more than average product. Here labor are receiving less wage as comparative to their marginal productivity. In the third phase, labor are receiving less wage as comparative to their marginal productivity. As comparative to their contribution in output, they are receiving less wage rate. Their contribution in production is equal to 12, means their marginal productivity is equal to 12 but they are receiving wage rate equal to 10. So in this situation we can not transfer labor from agriculture sector to industrial sector because now agriculture sector become commercialized. Okay, these all things we will understand with the help of this diagram. This diagram basically have three panel A, B and C. Panel A represent your industrial sector. This one is panel A represent your industrial sector and panel B and C represent your agriculture sector. This A panel represent your industrial sector and this B and C panel represent your agricultural sector. Okay, in panel C with this curve, in panel C, firstly in x-axis we take labor. In panel C, in x-axis we take labor force and in y-axis we take total product. In this diagram we take labor force and total product in opposite direction because this is same mentioned in original diagram of this model. That's why we take this. Okay, in x-axis here we take labor force, in y-axis here we take total product, and this curve this curve, ये OCX, this OCX curve represent total productivity of labor. This OCX curve represent total productivity of labor. How much total labor is producing is represented by this OCX curve. Okay, now in second B panel, this is also represent industrial sector. Okay, in this panel, this curve MLR curve represent marginal productivity of labor. This MLRU, this curve MLRU curve represent marginal productivity of labor, and this YRZ, this one curve represent average productivity of labor. Okay, in x axis we take labor force, in y axis we take average product. Okay, in this represent in this diagram panel B, which represent your agriculture sector, this MLRU curve represent marginal productivity of labor, and this YRZ curve represent average productivity of labor, and x axis we take labor force, and in y axis we take average output of labor. Okay, and this panel A represent your industrial sector. This green curve represent wage rate in industrial sector, and these three red curve represent marginal productivity of labor in industrial sector, and in x axis we take labor forces, and y axis we take wages and marginal product. Okay, this is only introduction about this diagram. Now I will explain three phrases with the help of this diagram. Firstly, I will talk about first phrase. In first phrase, MP is equal to 0. Okay, here we can see this is total productivity curve of labor. CX part of this curve represent TP is constant. Total product is constant. When total product is constant, marginal product is equal to 0. As we know, when total product is constant, marginal product is equal to 0. In second B panel, which represent in the agricultural sector, we can easily see this curve is marginal productivity curve of labor, and OM amount of this curve show MP is equal to 0. Okay, when TP is constant, here in second panel we can see marginal productivity is equal to 0. Okay, if marginal productivity is equal to 0, as I earlier discussed, means labor are not giving any contribution in production, so we transfer this OM amount of labor in industrial sector. This A panel represent to industrial sector. Now if we transfer this OM amount of labor in industrial sector, then they are giving wage rate equal to OW. They are giving wage rate equal to OW, but their marginal product is equal to OP. They are giving wage rate equal to OW, and their marginal product is equal to OP. And this is surplus of industrial sector. This amount is surplus of industrial sector, and they will reinvest this surplus. If they reinvest the surplus, investment increase, output increase, and demand for labor also increase. Okay, now I will talk about phase second. In phase second, PL amount of labor is working in agriculture sector. This PL amount of labor is working in agriculture sector, but PK amount of labor have average product more than marginal product. This PK amount of labor have average product more than marginal product. As we can see that RH is average, this curve represent average productivity na. RH is average productivity of labor, and LH is marginal productivity of labor. Means this PK amount of labor have average product more than their marginal product. Means, as I earlier discussed, if marginal product is more than average product, means labor are receiving more wage rate as compared to their contribution. In second phase, labor are receiving more wage rate as compared to their contribution, or we can say that labor are receiving more wage rate as compared to their marginal productivity. Their marginal productivity is low, but they are receiving higher wage rate. Okay, so if we transfer this PK amount of labor in industrial sector, our output in agriculture sector will not affected. If we transfer this PK amount of labor from agriculture sector to industrial sector, our output in agriculture sector will not affected. Okay, now if we transfer this PK amount of labor in industrial sector, then in industrial sector wage rate also increase. You can see now wage rate is P1, OW. they are giving wage rate equal to OW1 and marginal product of labor is OP1. Okay, for their surplus is arising, and again investment increase, demand for labor also increase, and for maintaining this amount of labor they need to increase wage rate. We can see in this the SW curve is represent wage rate. Now we can see wage rate is continue rising in industrial sector. Earlier it was OW, then TM, then HL, then GL. Wage rate is continue rising because for maintaining these amount of labor, industrial sector has to increase wage rate. Okay, now I am talking about third phase. Third phase is our last phase where marginal productivity is more than their average productivity. Marginal productivity is their more than their average productivity, means workers are giving less contribution as comparative to their wage rate. They are receiving wage rate in third phase the labor marginal productivity of labor is high, but they are receiving less wage rate as comparative to their marginal productivity. Okay, in third phase rate marginal productivity of labor is high, but they are receiving less wage rate, means they are receiving less wage rate as compared to their contribution in production. We can see in third phase here marginal productivity of labor is more than their average productivity. This curve is average productivity, LM is average productivity, and this PM is marginal productivity. After that we can see that this curve is marginal productivity and this curve is average productivity. We can easily say, see, average productivity is less than from their marginal productivity, means their marginal productivity is high but their wage rate is very low as compared to their marginal productivity. So in this case labor is very beneficial for us. We will not transfer our labor in agriculture sector to industrial sector. Okay, now agriculture sector will become commercialized. Competition between agriculture and industrial sector will start. Okay, this is all about Fay and Rennie's model of economic development. I think you understood. Thank you.